Greetings, EDIM. Congratulations on week one in the books. It was actually a really smooth week in my experience in that everybody got their blogs up, everybody shared their URLs and got commenting. The one sort of odd thing that happened, never happened before, is that you ended up using the discussion forum for most of your commenting. In the past, people have typically had those interactions on their blog. I'm not opposed to it. To me, it's as long as the conversations are happening, I don't care where they are. But once again, I think I'm going to encourage you to use the blogs as opposed to the discussion forum, simply because I think it's a better way for each of you to save those interactions and have more control of them. So. But again, I'm not gonna fuss about that. You do sort of what makes sense to you. But anyways, that was just a surprising twist this term. So we're going to meet Monday. Some of you are watching this Sunday night. Some of you are watching this on Monday. We're going to meet Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern time, just to do a quick overview of things to think about. I want to talk a little bit about the assessment process and kind of how I approach that. You're going to find as I do your assessments for week one, they're going to be in audio form. So you're going to see a little audio link at the end of your assessment with my comments. So that's just the way I do it. I find that to be a more conversational way of assessing you, and that's my point, that this should be a conversation. This isn't anything that's black and white, linear, and I find that writing sometimes makes that more difficult. So that's my goal, is to engage in conversation about learning, and so I find that using the audio tool is the better way for that to happen. Week two is on civil discourse, and I have this module in there. This is something near and dear to my heart, and I think in the climate that we live in today, this is such an important concept. Essentially, I'm trying to raise the point: how do we respectfully disagree with each other? Specifically, in this case, in the area of what we're seeing as research-based ideas. And so you're going to listen to some researchers. I've got some great folks that are interviewed around how does educational research happen, and explain what this is, because I think for a while now we've sort of all been part of a world that has that we've just, the research shows, and we hear this phrase, like, well, what are we talking about? How does that work, and what is our role in that? And then as part of that, how do we then disagree and also infuse our own beliefs and practices on that those current ideas, to suggest that, this actually resonates with me, or I'm not so sure I see it the same way. So that's to me what this is about. How do we sort of engage in those conversations respectfully and intelligently? And again, if we take this outside of education, we think of the world we live in today, the political climate as such, we really need to get good at being able to have these conversations with one another without making it personal or anything else. So your assignment actually gives you 4 options of topics. The first one there is something I added recently, and that's one of that I was kind of taken aback. The video there is Shigutra Mitra talking about the hole-in-a-wall experiments, which has got a lot of praise over time, but have recently discovered some ideas that suggest maybe there's some flaws in this research, and maybe his ideas need to be challenged. So there's that one, and then I've got another one on looking at the impact of iPads on kids, and then another one looking at sort of social media and teachers, and then I'm leaving it open for you if you have any other controversial kind of topic where there's 2 sides of it, and then you have to debate it. So your job this week is to analyze any 2 conflicting opinions, to try to seek some kind of truth, or at least an understanding, and always feeling free to say, I don't know the answers to them. So anyways, I like this week. I like the kind of thought that it sort of pushes you towards, and I really want to, again, make it your own. So that's why I always have the option of, if you've got another topic you want to explore, that's fine, but I've got 3 there that you can take a stab at. So anyways, looking forward to seeing some of you Monday night, and all of you this week in your sharing and learning. Have a good one.